Hey, this is Sean Moran. This week we're going to be talking about chapter 2 in my book, which is about saving for retirement. Most people think when you're young, I got a long way to go for retirement. Right. But think about the story of the ant and the grasshopper that you learned when you were a little kid. And in that story, the ant was saving up everything for winter, putting away, all that he possibly could so that when the winter time came, he'd be prepared. And the grasshopper was out having a good time. Well, saving for retirement is essentially the same thing. You feel like you have a long time, and then all of a sudden winter's upon you. So all of a sudden retirement is upon you. I mean, I'm 42 years old right now, and I can remember like it was yesterday. I was in my 20s. I was fortunate enough to have read a long time ago when I was in college. I think it was in one of my accounting classes. They talked about a scenario where there was two different people. Person A had saved $1,000 a year from the time he was 21 years old till the time he was 30 years old. Person number 2 didn't start saving until he was 30 years old and had to save $1,000 a year from age 30 through age 65. The first guy only saved for 10 years, and the second guy saved from 30 through 65. And the first guy had more money, or roughly around the same, but more money as the second guy. Why? Because of the time value of money. He had more time for his money to grow and expand and double and double. So that's what's really important, is to get as early a start as you can. In my book, I also discuss techniques about how to put together a situation where, even though you're saving a small amount when you're first starting out in your career, you can save more and more and more over time. So don't look and say, well, I got bills and I want to go out Friday night and this and that. Save first. Consider your savings for retirement as a bill and pay that bill, whether it's $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever you have. Make sure you're putting something away, even if it's a small amount. And a perfect way to grow that money is, now here's a pretty cool secret, a trick that I've used. Every time you get a raise at work, every time you make more money, whether you get a bonus or something like that, put a percentage of that money away. So for example, your company gives you a $1,000 raise. Put $500 out of the way. Your company gives you a $5,000 raise. You get a bonus of $1,000. Put 10%, 20%, maybe even the whole thing away. Look at that money, or a particular portion of that money, as not available to you to spend. Pretend you never had it. And I can tell you right now, another important thing is, if you have a company that has a company match on a 401k, if you're not maxing out at least what they're matching, you're throwing away money. I had a company that I started out with that gave 6%, up to 6% of your salary in company stock, matching dollar for dollar. So if you put away $1, they would match that dollar with another dollar. A lot of companies match, you put $1, they give you 50 cents, up to a certain percentage of your income. Take advantage of that fully. So if you're not maxing out that 6%, that 3%, that 50 cents on a dollar, up to whatever the maximum is that you can possibly put away, you're giving away free money. That's money that they're offering to you. It's kind of like extra salary, and you're saying, no, thank you. Don't do that. Put away as much as you possibly can. And if you get a 5% raise, increase your savings by 3% or 4%. Why? Because you're still going to have more money than you had before. And let me tell you the secret. No matter how much money you make, you adjust your lifestyle upward. So think about it. If you're, further on in your career, when you first started, if you made 25, 30, whatever you made per year, you lived on that amount of money. And then as you made more money, you maybe got a nicer car, maybe got a nicer house, you get finer clothing, whatever it might be. Your cost of living continues to grow as well. So rather than allow that to affect you in a negative way, take a certain amount of that money before you even see it and put it away for retirement. It's going to make a world of difference until you're up higher and higher and higher. And if you possibly can, max out your 401k. Take the maximum amount that's allowable under law and put it away, because not only is it saving you money for your future, it's also saving you tax dollars today. In my book, I also talk about Roth IRAs, and not a big fan of Roth IRAs. I'll explain a little bit why in the book. I think you're better off with the traditional. Again, it's my opinion, but I would definitely go with the traditional IRA over the Roth IRA. But regardless of what methodology you're choosing, put money away. I can't emphasize that enough. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, comment below. I will answer your questions. If you like this, please, give a thumbs up. Also subscribe. I'm going to do a video for each chapter of my book. So please take a look at the channel and look at the other discussions I have on spending, on retirement, buying cars, buying houses, and so on. So I'm going to continue to publish these videos. And if you're interested in my book, it's Saving Your Future, and it is available on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.